Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another podcast. How is everybody? My name is Denise and I'm going to talk about all of my knitting and bits and pieces that I've been up to this week. I'm really sorry that there's a glare in my glasses because I've got a ring light on. It is 11:30 of a night. It is Sunday the 24th. Yes, it's the 24th of November, and the reason that I am podcasting now is because Ian's on nights and tomorrow he will be in bed, so I don't want to disturb him in the morning by podcasting. I do have a ring light on. I have got it on really low, but it is causing a glare in my glasses, and if I don't have my glasses on I can't see anything. So I am really sorry about that, and if it is really distracting, I will try and keep, because I can see myself, so I will try and keep the glare out as much as I can. That's going to be really difficult, but yeah, I don't think this week's podcast is going to be very long. I keep wanting to say vlog because I do a lot of vlogs, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be very long because I haven't got that much to talk about. One thing I do want to say, just off the top of the video, I just want to say thank you to every single person that has messaged me about my procedure that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I've had some really lovely messages, I've had some really lovely inboxes, and I just want to say thank you so much. I did have an appointment at the hospital on Friday and it's put my mind at ease a little bit, and yeah, I'm just so very grateful for each and every one of you that has spoke to me, messaged me, liked the last video. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. It does mean the absolute world that I've got such a lovely community around me and that you are here supporting me, so thank you so much. I am still planning on doing Vlogmas. And I don't know what the second week of Vlogmas is going to be like, so we'll just have to wait and see. And I did think to myself, at the end of the day, I will just be sat at home. I can just pick up the camera, show you what I'm working on, let you know how I'm feeling and stuff like that. So that's the plan. So yeah, that's that. I am wearing today my Radvent that I knitted last year in Mousewitch Yarns Advent. Oh, I absolutely love this cardigan. I have actually got another one on the go. I've got sort of nearly one side complete, and that is using yarn that I got in a swap last year with my lovely friend Sally. And I'm using the yarns that she gifted me in a sort of fade. I've tried to put them so they're like in running order, a little bit like this really, just into like a semi-rainbow. But yeah, I love my Radvent. The next one that I'm knitting, I am knitting in a size up, just because this one is quite snug. I know it's not supposed to be one that is like oversized as such, but this one is, yeah, it's just a little bit snug. So the next one I'm knitting is the size up, and I have put some length, so the side here, so you knit the cuffs, and then you knit from one side in, the other side in, and then here you add the stitches for your body, like your waist. I have added more stitches to the next one that I have got on the go. But anyway, that's enough about stuff that I don't need to talk about. I only have, well, I don't have a finished object, but I do have something that I have finished. It's not knitting. Yeah, and I've only got a few projects to show you. So let me quickly show you the first one. So me and my sister went to Hobbycraft yesterday, and literally as I walked in the door they had frames and they were really cheap. They were box frames, and I picked up this little one here. So it's a box frame. Yes, my back is not finished at all, but I thought I could probably get another little bit of card to go in here, and I'm just going to place this in the kitchen. So this was the little cross stitch that I did. This one I got in Malta, and it's just this little kit here. Sorry, the light is probably really blowing it out. I've got the ring light sort of right, I've got the camera through the ring light. But yeah, so this is the cross stitch that I've done, and it is a box frame. And my sister said, oh, you should put some coffee beans in it. And I was like, that's a really good idea, but getting it in here was really difficult. So I'm thinking of maybe just, I don't know, trimming the edge, like flipping up one side and just trimming the edge maybe. But I think it's quite nice in there. You can't see like the outer bit or anything. So yeah, that is finished. And where it's boxed, like the top bit is bigger than the bottom bit. That makes sense. It's sitting at a slight angle. So yeah, I have finished and put that in a frame, so that's done. Last week, let's move on to whips now. Last week I was talking about starting a Christmas pair of socks, and I am using the West Yorkshire Spinners, and it is their Yuletide, which is the colourway for this year's, well, their Christmas colourway for this year. It's this lovely sparkly, it's got gold stellina in it, or gold sparkle, and I haven't done much because I've only picked it up here and there, but I did start, and I've got this much. So it is really, really pretty. I'm really, really happy with it. I really do like the colourway. It does really remind me of the gingerbread colourway that I knitted socks in before, where this has just got like the green stripes in it as well. I was thinking of, oh, I could do like a contrast cuff and heel, and I thought, you know what, I just want these simple, want them really simple, just to knit. And yeah, so literally I've been picking these up when I have been waiting for things to cook for dinner. So if I've got like the air fryer on, it's got 5 minutes, I've just been coming in here, picking this up, knitting a few rounds, or I've been waiting for stuff to boil or whatever. I've just literally, I haven't even got this in a bag. It's just lived on the back of the sofa. So I do put my bags on the back of the sofa. In vlogs you'll probably see it more than podcasts, because obviously I'm showing what I'm working on a podcast. But yeah, it's literally just been living on the back of the sofa. So that is the first thing that I've been working on. So let's put that back where it's been living. The next thing is my Arnie and Carlos stocking. So you may notice it's off the needle. I have completed the actual stocking. I'm up to date other than today, so I haven't done today's clue, but today's clue is basically picking up stitches for the heel, and then I think it's knitting a few rounds, and then tomorrow there's another clue as well, and that might, I haven't really looked into it properly, and I think that might be like Kitchener in it or whatever. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I could have done it today and then had a proper finished object, but I didn't. So in the pattern it does say that you can crochet like a chain to sew on, or like a whatever, but I decided just to do an I-cord, and I haven't finished this off. So what I'm going to do is, with this end, I'm just going to sew it down so it's like that, and then I've got a loop to hang it. Now what I didn't really think about when I started this, the yarns that I'm using, let me quickly show you that. I have shown this before. I haven't got no ball bands now because they've all fallen off, but this is, well, I have got ball bands but they've fallen off the balls. The grey is Dove Grey by an Aldi yarn. The pink is dusky pink. Yes, in Crafty Things, which is a Home Bargains yarn. And the purple, again, is called Plum, the plum colour, and that's an Aldi yarn as well. It's all DK. I've knitted it on a 3.5, yes. It did ask to change colour for the ribbon, and I was lazy and I didn't. That's just the way I roll. I couldn't be bothered. I thought it's a stocking, no one's gonna know. And yes, it's a little bit fanny outy, but it doesn't matter. Now, the thing that I didn't put into consideration when putting in the heel, or my waist yarn, sorry, is that my colour, I've done this magic loop. My colour work is going to be very, as you can see at the side here, quite puckery. And the heel is going to go on one side. So my stocking, I will have to open up and have the dodgy side of my colour work at the front and the back. And I didn't think that through at the time, but I think with blocking it should be okay. So the last time you saw this, I was where Pokemon's bum is, so that was where I was last week, and we've done this really nice, so you can see it's not perfect, this bell here, it's not perfect because it's just not, it needs blocking basically. Maybe if I, yeah, so that is the dodgy bit, and then if I open it out to the good bit, it's like that. So yeah, I was here last week and then we've knitted this in the last week. I'm hoping with blocking it will be okay. Yeah, basically, and if I have to hang my stocking so it looks awkward, then so be it. It's a stocking and I'm not really that worried. I should have used a small circular, which I think I did try, and did I try? I can't remember. Anyway, there were on some occasions, now I've got loads of ends to weave in because I haven't weaved in any ends. On some occasions, well, I say loads of ends, there's not that many. So like, I did twist my yarns at the when I was pulling one cable out to swap sides. So this is the side of my colour work, and it's not too bad. Like, there's the heel obviously, but it's not too bad. So I think I'm gonna give this a block. I'm gonna block it, and then obviously gonna do the heel first. So next week you will see this fully done. Now, when I say next week, I'm not going to be podcasting next week because next Sunday is the start of Vlogmas. Oh my goodness, where has that year gone? Where has this month gone? So yeah, next Sunday is the 1st of December. So what I'm thinking is just doing a vlog and just showing you what I've been working in working on this week. And then I will be rolling the dice on Monday and stuff. So yeah, it will be like, oh, this is what I've been working on this week. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about this in my head. I did make a mistake in this stocking as well. I will show you because we're all friends, and it's only 2 stitches I've made an error. So on this heart here, you can probably see I've got 2 stitches that should be grey and they are plum, and I can duplicate stitch it, which would be easy enough. Can I be bothered? No. Out of the whole thing, I've got 2 stitches that are wrong, and yeah, so never mind, it doesn't matter. Once I've got the heel in and I've blocked it, you're probably never going to see it anyway, so it really don't matter. Me and a couple of friends were talking about this year's stocking, and we were saying that it's, other than this here, it's not very Christmassy. I would not look at this and think, oh, a Christmas stocking. And I know I haven't got Christmas colourways. That granted, yeah. Mine are not Christmas colourways, but I just don't see Christmas in the motifs, other than this one at the top here. This one here, I don't see Christmas in this either. It's hearts. I don't really know what this is supposed to be, and we've sort of come to the conclusion that this might be like windows or presents, but I can't see presents, to be honest, because we was talking about it and we were saying that if it was presents, this bottom bit would be flat, so you'd get like the 4 squares with like a bow on the top. So if you know what these motifs mean here, let me know. Obviously I can see this one is hearts and this one is bells. I did enjoy making it, and I'm glad that I have finished it, but I'm just very sad that I did fall out of love with it halfway, well, not even halfway through, like a week in, because we saw a spoiler. And I'm all for spoilers, don't get me wrong, I love spoilers, but I don't want to see a spoiler of something like a week and a half later than what I'm knitting, if that makes sense. So we was on day 7 of knitting this, and I think the video showed it must have been like day 17 or something, so it was like 10 days ahead that there was a spoiler. And I just wanted it to be a surprise. Like in our friends group, in our chat group, we were showing and showing like that day's progress and stuff, and even if I hadn't seen that day's clue, that didn't bother me, because it was just a day and I knew that I'd get round to just that little bit, but it was because we saw way past where we was. But anyway, yeah, so this is my stocking. You will see this completely done next week. Like I say, yeah, the Vlogmas will start, and I probably won't do a podcast. I'm just having a little think. I probably won't do a podcast just because you're going to be seeing everything in the vlogs anyway, because I show most of my stuff. So yeah, I probably won't do a podcast. It will just be me showing bits in the vlogs and that. So this will come up and it will be finished. So just the heel to go on that one. Just very quickly, I'm going to show you my cross stitch. So I've been working on this today actually, not for long. We went out for something to eat, so at the weekend or yesterday we went and got weighed at Slimming World. I'd lost £2, which I was really happy with, and Ian lost £3 and got his 10 stone award, which is amazing. So Ian has now lost 10 stone in 20 months, we worked out, and wow, he and I are two completely different people. And I just want to say thank you to the people also that have said about like Ian coming out of his shell and being a bit more talkative on the vlogs and showing himself a little bit more and stuff like that. His personality has just blossomed from losing that little bit of weight, or that a big amount of weight, and his confidence has just gone through the roof. And yeah, he's so different, and yeah, he just is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And when we go out and even if I'm not vlogging, are you vlogging? Why are you not vlogging? And stuff. So yeah, but vlogging will commence next week. Anyway, let's go back to the cross stitch. So yeah, we went out for something to eat to celebrate Ian losing 10 stone. by eating food. There was me, Ian, my sister and Ollie. Mikey didn't want to come. Mike was at home, and Mikey just didn't want to leave the house, which was fine. And we said, look, if whatever, you don't have to bring any boys if you don't want to, but we're going to go out for something to eat if you want to, blah blah blah. So yeah, we went and had a nice meal and just like a chilled sort of afternoon. So we come back and I did a bit of cross stitch. So all that to say, here is my progress. I have today managed to get in all of this bit here, so which is not a lot. I think it was like just over 200 stitches or something like that. And actually seeing it in the viewfinder, I can actually see like the waves, like looking at it in real life. I know that's looking at it in real life, but seeing it in a different, I don't know, I think when you see things in a camera or on a screen, it does look different. So you can see where like the waves are coming. Obviously I need to put a few more bits of the light blue here. This has got two different colours to go in this here. And then this sort of goes down here, and then at the bottom there's like some umbrellas and sunbeds and stuff. So it's, and then up here is like the buildings. So yeah, I'm really enjoying working on this. I have ordered a bigger hoop. I think I ordered 2 hoops and a Q-snap. I'm sure I ordered a Q-snap as well. So this isn't, I worked out that this is an 8-inch hoop. I've ordered a 9 and a 10-inch hoop, and I can't remember the size of the Q-snap I've ordered, but I know it's bigger than this. So the thing that I'm getting a bit, like, it's getting on my nerves a little bit, like, you'll have to excuse the back of my work, it's not that good. But it's all this extra material, and my grind guard is not big enough to hold it all. So I'm having to sort of squish it down as I hold it to work on the little bits. This grime guard I made, I don't even know how long ago. It was just with some scrap fabric that I had from Aldi actually, when they did their fat quarters. I bought loads at one stage to make bags, and I don't know, I was making like little notion pouches and just different bits and pieces when I had the sewing machine out. This was ages ago. And I made these grime guards, but they're just not big enough. So I probably will need to get some more grime guards for the Q-snap that I've got. I'm sure I got it in like a 27 centimetre or something like that. But I'm hoping that if I can get one for my 10-inch hoop, that will fit the bigger Q-snap that I've got. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look to see if I can get some more grime guards, because I do really like them, and I think it's just handy because, like, yeah, I do wash my hands when I start working and stuff, or like I go and cook or to the loo and whatever, but your hands naturally have like oils on them. So, but yeah, that's that. I will go back to that. I don't know whether I'll go back to it tonight or during the week or whatever. I'm just picking it up as and when. So, going to my main project of the week, and what the dice rolled last week was the rocket tee. And I have knit a lot this week, and the reason I've knit a lot this week is because, yes, I was ready to split for sleeves, and all I had to do was knit one round, split for sleeves, and then I was in the round. So the last week when you saw this, I was where that stitch marker is, all the way down there. So literally I split for sleeves, which are here, and I have knit all of this week. I'm sorry about the light. I don't know whether it's blowing the colours out or not. This is a Waku yarn. I explained all this last week. It was a V-back tee that I made longer, then realised it was too big, so pulled the whole thing down, and now it's going into a rocket tee. When I was working on this, so I've got to a part where I am helical knitting this, so I'm using 2 skeins at once. I've got to the part where I've just finished with 1 skein, and because I finished knitting on this last night. I was worried that this was going to be too small, because I am knitting a smaller size than I have the last one I knit. I think this is the same size as my pink one, and I was like, oh, looks really small, but it was all really bunched up on the needle. The needle I've got is not massive, look, it's really small, which is fine for knitting round and round and round. I've got a fair few inches left to go on the body, but no, I think it's going to be perfectly fine. Like, there's loads of room there. Even, oh, I thought it was back to front, it's not. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I've got that much done. And the next time that the dice pulls this, I think it may be a finished object if I can get them row. If it's not a busy week and I can actually sit down for a few hours, I can actually get sort of this finished, because look how much I've done this week. So all the way from there to there. Absolutely love this though. I don't normally wear this sort of colour. It's not a colour that I would normally gravitate to, but for some reason this colour, I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love it. As I said, I am helical knitting it, but it is still coming up in, it's not striking or flashing or anything, which is what I didn't want. I didn't want that at all. But I like the way that it's like coming out in, I don't want to say blocks, but you know what I mean. Like, there's, what's the word? Like there's patches of the colours, which I really like actually. I do think it's really nice. So I'm just glad that it's not pooling around. I did not want that at all. So anyway, that's that. So shall we roll the dice to see what project is next? Oh, what I want to quickly talk about as well is Casey has asked me to make her niece some little booties, and she actually bought me this book a few years ago now. It's Baby Shoes to Crochet. I have done baby shoes in the past, but she wants little Doc Martens. So I am going to use this pattern here. I can't show you the actual pattern, but I'm going to use this pattern here, change up the colours and whatever I need to do to make the Doc Martens. I think they'd be really cute. So there's like, oh, this book is just adorable. Like, look, little Nike trainers. Then you've got like, these are so cute. I might even make these as well. Cowboy boots. It's for Mike's sister's little girl. Her name is Delilah, and so in this book you do get the soles. So you crochet the soles, and then you pick what upper you want basically from the book, which I think is really good. Yeah, she is coming up to 1, but she's very small, and this book does only go up to I think it was 9 months, 6 to 9 months. I can make the pattern bigger, so I can upscale it. It's done in DK, but also like Delilah was really ill when she, like a few months back, she was really ill. Sorry about that. My camera will only record for 30 minutes at a time and it exceeded that. So yeah, Delilah was very ill as a few months ago. So she is very tiny. And I said I'm going to try the 6 to 9 months and see how that goes. And what I'll do is I'll do a sole and then give that to Casey to measure up. And so it might take a few weeks to get that done, but yeah, that's one thing that I'm gonna work on as well. So I just want to make sure there's nothing else that I need to talk about. If anyone's interested in a knit along for Advent, there's a new pattern. It's called A Very Merry M-Cow, and it is done by Telly Bean Knits, and it is similar to the Halloween cow that I done in October. So you get a clue every day, and I think it's like a part of a colour work chart and stuff. So if anyone wanted a knit along, I just thought I would mention that. The Notting Hill that I was working on last week, I know I said I wanted to make it a Christmas jumper, and like it's just round and round now and stuff. I haven't worked on that this week, just because I've been working on the rocket tee and enjoying that basically. So yes, right, shall we? I'm sure there was something on here that I needed to scrub off. Maybe not. No. Right, let's open the Dice app. Let's close all of the apps that I've got. So the Dice app. Let's see what number we're going to get today. Oh, we're going to get 1, which is quite perfect actually, because number 1 is my Radvent. I was only talking about that at the beginning of the video. Let me quickly get it and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's living in a me-made bag, and that was the folder that fell down. Anyway, it's living in a me-made bag. I crocheted this with 2 yarns held together, just crocheted round and round and round and up, and the handles were from a knitting magazine many moons ago. So here is my Radvent. Here we go. So this is what this one is looking like. How amazing is that? I am on day, I don't know, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'm on day 8, and this is where I was talking about that you pick up for, or you actually Turkish cast on the extra stitches for the body. I can't remember how many I've done now, but I know I did note it in the pattern, which should be somewhere. Aha, I have the pattern here. Okay, making sure I've got, I don't know, that's the crosshill cardigan, so I don't know why it's all into one. So what I really like about this Radvent as well is that you get a tick sheet, so you can tick off every single row that you've done, and basically it tells you when to change colours, and yeah, I just think it's really good. I have I thought I noted it down. Did I note it down in the notebook itself? I don't know. That's the cross heel. Sorry about this, guys. Talk amongst yourself. I did write it down. I cast on an extra 33 on each side. So with a Turkish cast on, you hold two yarns, your two needles together, and you wrap over, and then you knit up one side, and then you come back and knit up the other side. So I'm knitting flat now, even though it looks like it's in the round, it's not. You knit flat. And yeah, so that's how I've got on. My cast on is very dodgy. I think it's the dodgiest I think it's ever been doing a Turkish cast on. I may have cast on wrong or picked up the stitches a little bit wrong. They seem fine on that side. They seem fine on that side. So the question is, do I carry on? Well, it's just a twisted stitch. I can actually see it as I've pulled it. So if I hold that up and I pull it, don't know how well you can see that. It's just literally a twisted stitch. So it's a bit like a faux seam. It will be like a faux seam. I might just leave it. I'm just going to leave it. At the end of the day, it's going to be down the side of my body. No one's going to see it. So I'm going to carry on. It's fine. It's not a problem. I would have just carried on anyway the last time I was working on this. So here is your increases on the underside. So all of the increases are done on the underside. I can't wait to get this a little bit more done now and get hopefully this side finished this week. We will see. Now obviously I can get, in theory, I can get 7 days finished. So how many? I had 8. So I could get 9, 10, 11, I can get up to day 15 with this. So I can get this side complete and cast on for the other side. We shall see. So the yarns that I'm using for this yarn for the cuff, it's a little bit different. Where this one I used grey, I've decided to go for pink for this one. And this is Truly Hooked. It is. It's a Truly Hooked yarn. Sorry for the glare. Strawberry Shortcake, and I did buy this last year. It's 75/20 plus 5% stellina, so it's got sparkle in it. It's in a yarn cozy. Wow, that's really blowing it out. If I come closer, is that better? Yes. So that is what that is, and it's lovely. I don't know just yet if I'm going to be doing the front ribs or with this yarn or not. I'm not 100% sure. The rest of the yarns are in here, and some of them are, so this is the one that I'm working on at the moment, but then I've got, that's day 8, this is day 9. We're going to go into this lovely purpley colourway, and then so on and so forth. The ones that I've already used, I am trying my best to keep the band with the number and just slot it inside. Really I should put them in a little bag, which actually I might do. I might go and get a little sandwich bag to put them in. So yeah, these yarns, sorry, are by the Discreet Unicorn, and they are little minis. They're all different. So some are high twist, some, I think most of them are high twist actually, but they are all yes, they are all sock 75/25 20 gram minis. Some have got sparkle, some haven't. and that's okay. I have arranged them, and I did take a picture, but oh, excuse me, I don't know if I've got that picture anymore, but you'll see it as I go along, and you will see this next week as well. So that will start to get knitted on from tomorrow. So I'm really happy with that, and it's nice because I might have majority of it done to actually maybe work on it as my Advent project as well, because the only thing that I am going to be working on Advent wise is my Mouse Witch Yarns Advent, and I'm going to be making the anthology throw with that. I did purchase the pattern Friday, so that's all ready to go, and then end of this week, like working weekdays, I will get the Advent's actually in the loft at the moment, so I will get that Advent down, get my needles ready, a bag ready, and yeah, I will start that. What else is there? So yeah, I might actually work on that as well, depending on how I feel by the end of the week. I will still roll the dice to have a main project on the go, because I just feel like that's working really well at the moment. I can't remember if I mentioned last week that I said that I was going to do the 12 days of cast on. I've decided not to, just because I've got enough whips. I might cast on 3. There's 3 that I've got that I might do. One of them is a blanket, one of them is a cowl. Oh, 2 of them are cowls actually. One is the venomous cowl, which is a cowl that comes down into a point and it's got the spiders on it. The Snuggle is Real cowl. I really like that. The Haunted Hilltop blanket, which is a mosaic crochet blanket, but I will need to get the yarn for that and make sure that I've got enough yarn to actually finish it. And that's one thing that is putting me off a little bit. It's just having all this yarn hanging around for ages, because it's going to take me ages to actually get this blanket done. So yeah, we shall see. The worst thing about pulling the Radvent this week is it's not actually come out of my whip box. It didn't fit in my whip box, so yeah. Anyway, it really don't matter. We'll just roll with that and see how we get on this week with that project. It's really quick to knit up. I could even do two colours in one day. This week, I know tomorrow I don't think I've got anything planned. I think I need to go shopping and like the usual housey stuff. Tuesday I'm actually going with Mikey on another school trip, so like probably near enough all of the morning and half of the afternoon is going to be taken up with that, and then I don't think there's anything else happening this week. Oh, I need to, no, that's the week after. Is it the week after? Yes, I was getting confused. Because I've got to go back to the hospital on the 5th of December to have another blood test. I think just to make sure that everything's okay. They need to find out my blood group and just like round up a few bits and pieces. So yeah, nothing else yet for that week. So yeah, yeah, so that is everything really. I thought it was going to be a nice quick vlog. I think it's about 45 minutes. I did quickly just to show you, I did purchase a new game for my Wii. I was looking at games online and I found someone on YouTube actually that reviewed Switch games, and I have been playing my Switch quite a bit this week as well, and it's called My Sims. Oh, sorry about the glare. And it's the Cozy Bundle, so it's got like 2 games in one. and I used to love The Sims, like when you used to be able to play it on the PC, the computer. I used to love The Sims. It was one of my favourite games. And then once I bought a Sims game, and I got to a part of the game and I just could not get past the tasks. And the amount of times I restarted the whole game thinking, oh, I'll do this different that time and I'll have a little bit more money and I'll be able to do this, and I just could not get past this certain part of the game. And in the end I didn't play it no more. I was like, no, I'm done, that's it. And yeah, so this might be really childish, but hey ho, I like them sort of games. At the moment I've been playing a game and it's a bit like I don't know, Cooking Mania. I don't know if any of you are into video games or anything, but basically you stand behind a counter, you get customers come and they tell you what they want and you've got to cook it and you've got to press certain buttons to start. And the one that I'm doing at the moment is a kebab shop. So you have like the doner meat on the rotisserie thing, and then you have like the shish kebabs that you have to put on the grill, and then you have the salad and you have the pita bread you've got to cook and the chips, the coffees, and everything has a different button. Oh my god, it like sometimes you just pressing all the buttons, doing the wrong things, and yeah, it's quite funny. But yes, my childhood coming out. But yeah, so I enjoyed that for a few hours in the week. That was quite good. Anyway, I'm really going to go now because it is 12:20. I should really get to bed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If there's anything you want to see in Vlogmas, then let me know. If you've got any questions, I might even do a Q&A during Christmas as well, or Vlogmas, sorry. So if you've got any questions, then leave them down below, and maybe I can get like a little list of questions going on. I can do a Q&A. I will ask at the beginning of Vlogmas as well, and if anyone's got any more questions. It probably won't be the first couple of days. What I'll do is I'll ask if there's any questions, and then I'll do a sort of an answer type thing. It might even be like once I've had my procedure, and if it's like a quiet day, then I'll be able to do it then. So yeah, any questions, leave them below and I will put them down, I'll note them down, and I will answer them in one of the vlogs. So yeah, so thank you for watching and I shall see you all very soon. Bye guys.